Check it out, guys. Right here I have some prototype hunting video for you. This is a Chevy Corvette Z06, or what we think is the upcoming Z06 performance version. In this video I'm going to show you these unique video clips of these prototypes testing in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, and it's of course thanks to AJ, our friend who actually lives near there, and he was able to capture this unique footage of these prototypes running around and also hear the exhaust sound on these new Corvette prototypes. And there is actually a lot of them. We have several images showing a group of these prototypes actually testing and running around. But let's focus on the Z06 because this is going to be the high performance version. So let's actually hear the exhaust right now. One sign that we see on these prototypes that actually lets us know that this is a special Corvette are actually these unique prototype wheel covers. These Corvettes have been seen in Arizona and California and other places, and finally here we have them in Colorado high altitude testing as well. And this is also an opportunity to talk about upcoming engines and options for the new C8. We all know the new 2020 and 2021 C8 is already on sale and actually is reaching dealerships. You can buy one, and it has a 6.2 liter V8 engine right there, and it's very powerful already, but of course the more power you can get, the better. So right here, let's take a look at a report that we recently received. Well, actually, this report came out a couple of months ago, several months ago, from Hagerty.com, where they have some insider information into what's happening with the upcoming Corvettes. So, of course, let's just review. The current Stingray C8 has a 6.2 liter V8 and up to 495 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Roman and Tommy has reviewed this C8, and it's already pretty quick, and it sounds pretty amazing already with this engine. It's going to be on the regular Corvette and also the convertible version of it as well. Then, according to this report, for 2022 model year, the Z06 Performance C8 is coming, but it's going to have a whole new engine, which is why these images and video clips of the prototype is very important, because you can kind of hear this engine. And it's supposed to be LT6 5.5 liter 32 valve dual overhead cam engine with about 600 horsepower approximately. We don't know exact specifications yet, and approximately 470 pound-feet of torque. Because of COVID-19, this report says that production of these performance Corvette models may be delayed a little bit. So this one, the Z06, is slated for 2022, but it's great to see that it's already testing all over the country. So maybe it's coming sooner than we may have thought originally. Next up, Chevy is rumored to be also working on a hybrid version of the Corvette, and Roman and Tommy did spy a hybrid version a little bit a while ago, and this is supposed to mate the 6.2 liter LT2, so the current Stingray motor, with a hybrid system, so an electric motor and some batteries. Also for about 600 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. And this is supposed to be called the Corvette Grand Sport. So it's supposed to have this kind of hybrid power, so instant torque help from the electric motors, but relying on that V8 for that amazing performance, and also have the suspension system, the tires, and everything else to really make it a really great handling car. Of course, it's mid-engine. All C8 Corvettes are mid-engine, so the Grand Sport version should be quite unique. And some of these prototypes, especially the one that's actually turning left, at the traffic light. At first, there is no sound from the engine, so maybe they already have a hybrid powertrain hidden inside of one of these prototypes. Then, we're also supposed to get a twin-turbo version of the 5.5 liter, codenamed LT7, with 850 horsepower and 825 pound-feet of torque. Well, this is basically a hypercar, also supposed to be called the Corvette ZR1. That Corvette is slated to come out maybe in 2024. So yeah, so the time progression is, you know, stretched out because, well, development costs, other constraints. And finally, there's supposed to be a version of the Corvette called the Zora, after the original developer and designer of the Corvette. And this car is supposed to have 1,000 horsepower. So really high performance hypercar, 975 pound-feet of torque. And the Zora is supposed to be a twin turbo 5.5 liter hybrid, so electric and V8. But there is also now a new rumor that the Corvette might go all electric. Ford is working on an all electric version of their Mustang lineup. And you know, it just makes sense that Chevy and Corvette team might be also thinking about an all-electric Corvette. So it will be, you know, really high performance, ultra quiet, all-electric, instant torque. So, but obviously the Corvette is going to be a full portfolio of cars, not just one car. And that's the way they've done it for many years. So, and I think they're going to continue to do that. And these prototypes also give us a glimpse at the new taillight design, potentially. There's a little sequential blinker you can kind of see in some of these videos. So yeah, so a lot of excitement. It's really cool to see these cars actually testing in the wild and actually listening to the engine and trying to look through the camo to actually see what these cars are all about. We have all of this information also on TFLcar.com, including some of the other images where you could see some of these prototypes from above when they were at a hotel overnight. And yes, they're going to be performance cars that can go anywhere, even 12,000 feet of elevation, because they have to. They have to test these cars in all environments, all conditions. And once again, thanks for joining me here on TFLnow channel. And of course, we have our TFL Car YouTube channel with all the really highly produced videos as well. Thank you.